Hey everybody, it's Silver Seeker, and today we're going to be talking about finding gold jewelry at yard sales. We're going to tell you how to do it quickly and discreetly, at least look at it and know for, we'll say 95% certainty that something's gold or not gold without taking too much time or drawing too much attention to yourself. Now, the reason I say that is I've seen a lot of videos covering this exact same topic on YouTube. In fact, I did one myself all the way back in 2017, almost 4 years ago now. But a lot of those videos are talking about gold testers on site, taking a gold tester in there with you. They're talking about, actually scratch testing it or using a diamond tester, like an electronic diamond tester right there in the homeowner's garage while you're trying to buy, whatever, you're rifling through their jewelry. And the problem with that is if you guys are trying to find some really good deals on jewelry that people don't realize is gold, then if they see you using all that stuff in their jewelry, they're probably going to be like, oh, that's probably worth more than I thought it was, and so I'm not going to sell that. And they'll tell you, oh, I'm sorry, I can't sell that. That wasn't supposed to be in there. They'll come up with a reason, or, they'll just be blunt with you and say, I saw you testing it. I'm guessing that's worth more, so I'm just going to hold on to it, whatever. And if you're fine with letting the homeowner know that they have something for sale that's worth more than what they thought it was, then that's absolutely a good thing of you to do. That's awesome. But the majority of people going to yard sales, they're looking for that special deal, something they can find cheaper that they can't find in the store. They're looking for those hidden gems that are worth money that, there's been art that's been found at yard sales. There's been Magic the Gathering card collections that have been found at yard sales that are worth thousands that, someone picked up for $5 or $10. You hear those stories all the time. So that's just the majority of yard sales. When, a homeowner runs a yard sale and he puts something out for sale, he should know what it's worth. That's at least how I look at it. It's not like he's going into a store and looking for professional advice. He should know what he's buying and what he's selling and what it's worth before he puts it out for sale. So we're going to get into it, guys. Again, we're going to show you very quickly. I'm going to show you some charts, some things that you should be looking for, and just two items that you should have with you when you go into the yard sale. But really quick, guys, before we do, if you're new to the channel and you want to learn more about gold and silver stacking and more, do me a favor, go down below if you haven't done so yet, click subscribe and click my bell so you don't miss any future video notifications. Okay guys, so like I said, there's really only two things you need to take in with you, and it's going to allow you to do it very, very quickly. You need a magnifying glass of some sort. Now this is a loupe right here, but I actually recommend a little pocket magnifier 4 or 5 times with a big glass that you can look at really, really quickly, because loupes take a little bit more time to get into focus, even though it gets much closer. And then a magnet. Now this magnet right here is just a little screw finding magnet that I have, but and it's not what I normally take with me to yard sales. I just can't find my neodymium magnet. You can find small neodymium magnets about this size on Amazon. They're rare earth magnets. They stick to everything that's magnetic. In fact, do yourself a favor. If you do get a neodymium magnet, don't accidentally put it on the side of your car, because you're going to destroy your paint job attempting to get the thing off. Don't ask if I know that from experience or not, but don't accidentally put it on the top of your car when you're getting in and putting stuff down so you have a hand free to open the door or whatever. Just don't do it. But anyway, I'm going to show you a chart really quick on some marks we should be looking for, and then I'm going to show you where the marks are. So I have an earring, a ring, and a bracelet here. These are all yard sale finds. The ring is 10 karat. The earring is a 14 karat two-tone gold. So you have 14 karat yellow and white gold, and then you have a 14 karat yellow gold bracelet. So let me go ahead and show you the chart. We'll go over it really quick. Then we'll show you where to look for the marks, and we'll talk about why the magnet's important as well. Okay, so as you can see, looking at our chart, we have the 4 common. I won't even say super common when it comes to 24. Really, 10, 14, and 18 are the common things that you're going to be looking for, but I put 24 karat up there as well because it's kind of a baseline. So when you're looking for 14 karat markings, or 10 karat or 18, you're looking for the 4 that you see there. You'll see either 10K, 10KT, so both of those mean carat, and then 10KP. Now, P gets people confused because they say 10KP and they think plated, but actually 10KP equals plum. So if you see something that's 10GP, then that is gold plated, but 10KP equals 10 karat plum, and plum just means true. So it's a true 10 karat. Or you'll see the mark of 417, which for 10 karat gold is 41.7% gold. 14K, the same thing. You'll see 14K, 14KT, 14KP, or 585. 18K, you'll see 18K, 18KT, 18KP, or 750. And all of that is just based on the purity. In fact, if you want to know what the purity of a certain carat is, it's very, very simple math. I'll actually show you that as well. So we'll go ahead and pull up a calculator right here. And let's say you want to know what the percentage of gold 14 karat is. So you just take 14 and divide it by 24. And why are we dividing by 24? Well, because 24 is pure gold. And as you can see, 14 karat is 58.33%. The same goes for 10 karat. You take 10 divided by 24, and it's 0.4166666, so 417. If you take 18 divided by 24, 75 or 75%. And essentially what that means is that your gold is 75, for 18 karat, for example, it's 75% gold and then 25% other metals. 14 karat, it's basically 58.5% gold, and then you have another 41 whatever percent of other metals. Now, there is also plated gold markings you should be on the lookout for, but not because you want to buy them, but because you want to avoid them. So I put 4 of them up here. For example, GP just stands for generic gold plating. You have GEP, which just means gold electroplating, which is a way they use electrolysis to zap the gold to the piece. Rolled gold plate is just a very thin layer of gold. And then when you see the mark 1/20 and then the carat, like let's just say 1/24K, that just means 1/20th of the weight is the gold. And it's basically just kind of like rolled gold plate. It's also known as gold filled, which also, by the way, if you see GF, that stands for gold filled. I don't have it on here, but that's just a thin layer, just like rolled gold plating is. So you want to stay away from those markings. If you see those, that's not what you're looking for. So let's go ahead and show you where the marks are. And actually, I got specifically 3 different pieces, 3 different types because of where the marks are. And actually, I have a necklace here as well. Now, this wasn't a yard sale find, but I wanted to show you on a necklace as well where to look for. And yes, ignore the fact that it's tangled. My wife will probably kill me later for that, but that's okay. I'll fix it and she'll never know till she sees this video. But anyway, when we're looking for marks, I got these pieces specifically because they all have certain areas where the mark usually is. So for example, in a ring, the mark is generally inside the band, usually on the right side, but sometimes on the left, but generally on the right or the back. More often than not, if it's facing forward, it's going to be the right side. And if you look at it, and I'll try and get it close to the camera so it focuses in, you can see this one actually has the 10K mark. Actually, this one is marked P10K, so that could be plum 10 karat as well. So it is marked 10 karat and it doesn't stick to a magnet. So the reason the magnet's so important, guys, is like I said, if it sticks to a magnet, there's no need to do any further testing on the item because gold's not magnetic. Gold's not magnetic at all, and it's generally not mixed with magnetic material. So if it sticks to a magnet at all, I would just pass completely. On an earring, the mark is usually on the post. So like the earring, like the smaller earrings that go through your ear with the circular post, believe it or not, it's on those as well. But for example, this one right here, if you look at it under a loop, you can see right there, you can see the 14K. We actually have to open it up to see the whole thing. And there it is. You can see the 14K right there. So this one is marked 14 karat. Now on a bracelet, it's going to almost always be marked on the clasp. Now every once in a while, it will be marked on the other side where the clasp hooks to, but it will almost always be marked on the clasp. And I mean 99.99% of the time. And usually on the clasp, it's on the post area as well. So if you look at this one under a loop, there it is. You can see 14K right there on the post clasp area. Now, something to keep in mind when I was talking about the magnet earlier, talking about the clasp here, you see nothing sticks to this, but the clasp of a piece of jewelry, like a necklace or a bracelet will. And don't let that worry you. That's just because there is actually a spring inside of here for the mechanism. So there will be a spring in there that makes that work. But that's what the magnet is sticking to. It's not actually sticking to the gold. If it sticks to the clasp, but nothing else, then generally you're just, again, the magnet's just picking up that spring. And then on your 14, or on your necklaces, I should say, my apologies. If we look here, there are actually 2 places to look. So there's going to be there's almost always, again, this is not always the case, but it's 99% time the case. There's going to be a little tag. You see that tag right there? It says 10 karat. And then it is also going to be marked on the clasp like so. And you can see that one is marked 10K right there. And the clasp is usually the one that's going to say 417 or 585 instead of 10K or 14K. But that's the 4 primary places to look for each types of item for your earring. Is always going to be on the post. Yes, even on the straight earrings that go through. and have the little thing on the back that you clasp on, it will still be on the circular post. And that's usually why a loop is really good, because it's hard to see those even with a 5 power. And then the necklace, again, on the clasp and on the tag, on bracelets, on the clasp, and sometimes on the other side on the hook area where it sticks to, and then on rings on the inside, usually on the right and the front. That's the 4 areas to look for. So if your piece of jewelry that you're looking at passes those 2 tests, it has a mark that looks legit and it's not magnetic, generally you're going to be fine buying it. Now, I do say generally, there is the time where there will be a fake one that comes out of China that unfortunately is just going to fool you, and you're not going to know until you get back and test it. But, outside of that, that's what you're going to look for, and that's how you look for it. Now, if you guys are interested in learning how to test gold jewelry, if you want to know how to test it using like a test kit like this, sorry, I had to zoom out for you. I actually have a video on that I will link down below, and I'll put a little notification up here as well for it to pop up. But there's no need to go into that in this video, because this was just about finding the gold at the yard sale and how to quickly identify it. And then you go through the steps later of weighing it, of testing it, etc., to find out how much you have. So there you go, guys. That is it. I hope that you learned a little bit here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I did leave a video above. You can check out if you haven't seen it yet. I also want to give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to my awesome channel supporters scrolling right there on the right hand of the screen. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.